1 Lincoln 84 to Delta 1, 1041, 10-8.
1 King 7-8 to Delta 1, 1041, 10-8. Oh, wait a minute.
Uh-oh, we messed up. We've been playing too much GTA. But it's Javs, aka Javatronia.
And Mechatronus, aka Nix.
And we are the Alt.Geeks.
And we're here to bring you another Alt-Geek show and tell.
Alright, and we have AFT Titanium Saint.
AFT's interpretation of Alpha Trion.
Yep. And we would like to give a big thank you to Jon Bailey, the epic voice guy, and the voice of Optimus Prime on Transformers Combiner Wars, for sending us this Titanium Saint, which we are able to feature today.
Yeah, you guys make sure to check out Prime Review's review on this exact figure.
Yeah.
But now we're taking a look.
That's right. So he is our placeholder for Alpha Trion. And we didn't have one until we got him. I actually really like him a lot. I didn't realize there weren't too many options out there for an Alpha Trion. He does fit and scale better with our CHUG collection, so that's what he is used for. But I'm not complaining, I really like him. He's a fantastic figure.
Yeah, I think he looks a lot like the cartoon. Carries the overall look and the aesthetics of Alpha Trion and the G1 cartoon.
Yeah, I like it because it is pretty similar. I actually looked up a couple pictures just to make sure. And color scheme is really similar. He's not animated style, which I like as far as the figure goes, but he has that cartoon based feel to him, which I really love. So very happy to have him. Great job on the third party.
Yeah, it looks really good. As you can see, he comes with a spear accessory that kind of like 2 knives on a stick. Pretty much.
Yeah, so it kind of gives you some options for, you know, photography or posing him with different weapon style. He doesn't just have the staff.
Yeah, I don't quite remember him having stuff. You know, I just don't remember, but it definitely gives him like a Cybertronian Gandalf vibe.
Yeah, because if you didn't know already, but he is one of few Transformers that show signs of aging. And so you could see here with his like full Fu Manchu
the
style.
Fu Manchu.
As you could see in the cartoon, he like ages with having like a young look to like almost maybe just a mustache, I think it was. So it's kind of neat that he is showing his age here. He's already centuries old or thousands, millions years old.
Kind of like how long it took you.
Yeah, to say all that. Sorry. Okay. We can cut that out. Anyway, signs of aging, super cool.
Alright, let's take a look at some of his articulation.
Yeah. Alright, and so for articulation, he's actually really well articulated, so I'm excited to show you.
Except for his head.
Yeah. The head does get some movement. What's nice is his goatee beard thing passes just underneath the matrix here, right? And head tilts side to side. He has full range of movement in his shoulders, and he has bicep swivel, elbow bend, which is pretty darn tight there because it's on like a double joint. And then wrist articulation, rotation, back and forth, and even his hands. His hands close up, his 4 fingers close, his thumb doesn't move. He has waist swivel, pretty good range there. His backpack does go up and down.
His cape.
His cape.
Gosh.
His cape goes up and down. And then his side skirts and front skirts do move out. He only lacks a little articulation in the back there.
But whose legs go backwards like that anyway?
Yeah. But he gets full range. Forward, thigh swivel. And then knee bend is really nice. His feet do tilt forward, and he has some ankle tilt in there. So he is pretty well articulated as far as all his joints. So much.
So yeah, he's pretty well articulated, honestly. I was just telling Java, though, a little too articulate sometimes. His hands have so much articulation that sometimes it's really finicky getting it to hold his spear or just to hold his poses because they're a little loose. So yeah, it's just sometimes tough to get him to solid positions.
I agree with that. Anytime I've played with him a little bit, he is a little bit loose in some of his joints and especially in the hands. But it's neat to see that he has great articulation overall for some dynamic photography.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at his alt mode.
Alright, so here we have Titanium Saint, or Alpha Trion, in his alt mode, which is a spaceship.
Yeah, space battle cruiser of some sort.
Yeah.
Either he's like a giant destroyer, like from Star Wars or something, or he's like a mini boat ship like Scourge.
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Yeah, he has a little element of both styles of that, but nonetheless, it's hard to take and create like a giant looking vehicle, but he looks pretty sweet. I like the weapons out front, the laser beam.
Yeah, the duo or the quad cannons, whatever.
Yeah,
no, I think
pretty sweet.
Yeah, I think he looks pretty awesome, and kind of like he has those like I like that little bridge up towards the back. It looks like a bridge, but that's why I can't tell if it's supposed to be destroyer class or like fighter class. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to tell. But other than that, sitting there, he was pretty decent. But I will have to say, in transforming him and actually having him in this alt mode, he's kind of finicky. Nothing really pegs in, and everything just kind of floats or friction fixed. You know, holding it in place. So everything's really loosey-goosey. Taking photographs of him or creating more of a like an action sequence photo scene would be kind of hard because he's really easy to kind of tweak out of place, and
especially his landing pylons or landing gears. We need to take some Touch Future Shine or floor polish to those, because those are super finicky to get them balanced and standing up all the time.
Yeah, it's very difficult. But I mean, for these instances where we're able to do like a show and tell or take a few pictures, he's pretty great.
And I think he looks pretty good considering Alpha Trion didn't even have an alt mode in G1.
Yep, true. And then as far as a size comparison for alt mode.
Let's go ahead and look at some size comparisons. Alright, so excuse the random figures. If Titans Return Octane and Age of Extinction Bumblebee. So we didn't know what figures to compare it to. Yeah,
I mean, it's not often that we're really looking at these alt modes and size comparison. So we just kind of had a few of these vehicles already in place. Okay.
No, we're completely lying. We're just too lazy to transform anyone else right now. These are the only figures that we had out.
But you could see he's not quite as big as a full Voyager or as small, for deluxe. But
yeah, because look at this.
It's all good.
He's a small Voyager or large deluxe. I can't tell.
Yeah. Alright, and here is Titanium Saint with a lot of characters for size comparison and relation.
So besides Power of the Primes, Optimus Prime, and Elita 1, these are all of our stand-ins on our display shelves for each character.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like to the deluxe size, he fits pretty well. He looks bigger. He seems a little bit bigger. He's kind of original. But I'm not really sure if, on like Cybertron, if he would be smaller or bigger than Optimus.
Oh no, most definitely smaller than Optimus. There's plenty of footage of him, in relation to Optimus. So I think AFT Titanium Saint is really well suited for the CHUG line. With the Deluxes and Voyagers, not so much for Masterpiece. Power of the Prime's Optimus back there is pretty much almost as tall as MP10, so Alpha Trion would be a little bit on the small side in my opinion, but I think he looks really good with the CHUG line.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. He fits in really nice. Overall, Titanium Saint fits in super well with our CHUG line. I think aside from a few posability issues with joints being a little loose and his hands having a hard time holding on to his staff.
That's what she said.
Yeah, he really just fits in really, really nice. I don't have a whole lot of complaints. We're lucky to even have him.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I think we'd be hard-pressed to get a better representation of Alpha Trion for that scale class.
Most definitely. And a big thank you again to Jon Bailey for sending us Titanium Saint or Alpha Trion. Thank you guys again for joining us for another show and tell.
We'll be sure to start highlighting a few more of our favorite characters along with our diorama sets. We'll try to mix it up, but we'll still try to keep it relative to who we're sharing.
Absolutely.
And also, if you haven't checked out our other series on YouTube, be sure to check out some of our Police Roleplay GTA videos. We're going to be doing our best to bring more content to the channel, so stay tuned.
Yes, thank you again. And if you want to help support us on Patreon, we'll drop a link below.
But anyway, you guys, we'll talk to you guys later.
Lincoln 84 1042 107.
1 King 78 1042 107. Check you guys later.
Bye.
Ciao.